Alright, I'm only making a reply to this video because some of my MRA friends posted on it or some shit. And I see this a lot. Guys are like, oh, how do I know when a girl is flirting or being friendly? Why do you care? I mean, in all seriousness, why do you give a fuck? I don't care if a woman is flirting with me or not. Yes, I have a girlfriend, so that probably appeases my biological needs for a woman's attention, but it doesn't really make a difference. If I want a woman, I will go up to her and say, hey, you know, we should go out. And if they say no, fuck you, you know. I can deal with rejection, but you have to be absolute. Either you like me that way, or you don't. If you don't like me that way, that's fine. That's cool, you know. You might be useful in other ways. Maybe you're a good friend. Maybe you're willing to participate in my social revolution. Maybe you could help me financially out. Maybe I could borrow some money from you. But in general, I don't care about people that, you know, it's like I look at a woman no different than a man. You know, when I say a woman is my friend, I mean that. They're a friend. I look out for their best interests. I care about how they feel. If they're down, I want to help bring them up. I want to boost their confidence. I want to make them feel better. But in general, it makes no difference to me whether or not they're attracted to me. Because if I'm attracted to them, I'm either going to cut them out because me being attracted to them is distracting me and it's bringing me down because I can't have them, or, you know, I'm just going to be attracted to them and be in the friend zone. Oh well, you know, not everyone's going to want to fuck this guy. And it's ridiculous. This is a social stigma. This is a social stigma that we need to care what other people think, let alone in an attraction department. You know, isn't it ironic how we're supposed to be this what's the word? The opposite of polygamy. Monogamous. We're supposed to be this monogamous in these monogamous relationships, but meanwhile, we have to care so much about whether or not the opposite gender is attracted to us. And this applies to women too. You know, women always want to know if a guy likes you or not. Who the fuck cares? Does it benefit you to be liked? Does it actually improve your life that someone is attracted to you? If someone is authentically attracted to you and wants to have an intimate relationship with you and build you up and make you happy and take you out places and respect you and admire you, hey, good job. If they don't, you're no worse off than when you began. That's the way I look at it. You know, I grew out of that whole giving a shit what anybody thinks a long time ago. And it doesn't matter if my compatriots think less of me. It doesn't matter if women think less of me. It doesn't matter if anyone, anywhere. Doesn't matter. You know, you got enough problems. You got enough problems worrying about if your fucking parents think little of you, your teachers, your boss, your peers, your neighbors. Why? Why worry about any of it? You know, it's more unnecessary stress. It's bad enough you gotta study, you gotta work, you can't stab people. I think that's enough. That's enough on my plate right there. I have to work and I can't stab people. I'm not willing to deal with any more than that. So, that's my advice for whether or not a woman likes you. Don't wait to find out. If you like a woman, ask her out. That's it. And I know that's easier said than done. A lot of you have confidence issues. You've been conditioned to have confidence issues. So it's not so, you know, I could say it all day long, but it's not going to change that ingrained psyche where you're afraid of being rejected. So you have to build into it. You have to evolve beyond giving a shit. And that applies to both genders, because I see it a lot with my female friends, where they will stick with extremely despicable men that abuse them and treat them like garbage and just don't give two shits about them because they don't want to be alone. There are worse things in life than being alone. When you figure that out, when you truly understand that and feel it, you'll be a lot better off. You'll find a lot more people are attracted to you, or at least you realize where the ones that are attracted to you are. You'll see it, you'll witness it, they'll come up to you. That's the way it is. You know, it shouldn't be that way where it should be so difficult to find someone that loves you. But at the same time, that could be said for anything. It shouldn't have to be a fucking trial to find someone that respects you, that truly sees you as a good person and wants to see you succeed and be happy. You shouldn't have to fucking fuck somebody to want to see them be happy and successful. That should be a normal human response. I want basically everyone to be happy, live long, be prosperous, all that shit. Except for moderators, of course. But that's because they're horrible people, if you can even use the word people. So, that's it, you know. I don't know how else to explain this. And I'm sure all the trolls are going to come to my page and tell, what do you know? You're just a fat neckbeard. So fine. Continue your existence worrying about the opposite gender and then bitching on fucking R9K about how women are all bitches and whores, they don't love me, they don't pay attention to me, and all that shit. But meanwhile, you're insulting me, and I'm telling you not to give a fuck. So, you're stupid. Anyone who doesn't listen to me is a fucking moron, at least in this regard. And, you know, it just amazes me. It amazes me how people are always trying to bring me down, you know, claiming I'm autistic and that I'm retarded and that everyone's fucking got a degree in psychology. Oh, the way he carries himself, it's all in his eyes. He's mentally inefficient. If I was really crazy, you wouldn't fuck with me. You wouldn't ban me the way you do because you'd be afraid of me killing your cat or something. So clearly you don't think I'm that crazy. I wish I was crazy, because then I'd be getting a government paycheck. I'd be getting a weekly or monthly state check, and I would show you that piece of paper and do a video about it and lick it and everything, because I would want to rub it in your face that I am taking your tax dollars because you're all a bunch of fucking assholes. That would make my day. But no, there's nothing crazy about me. I just do not ascribe to being stepped on and having a boot on my neck. And I admit, I could probably verbalize my feelings in a more constructive, more mature manner, in a more articulated format. But why should I? Why am I going to take the time out to be articulated and to not curse and to be more polite to my viewers and things like that? What do I get out of that? What, I get your support? Ooh. Like, I really need you to tell me that I am smart and articulated and he knows how to speak so well and he's a diplomat. I'm not a fucking diplomat. Me speaking well on my videos is not going to make me join the UN and keep countries from going to war. It's not going to any more help me in ensuring the rights we have on the internet, to our privacy, to not getting banned, to not getting screwed over by the video game industry, or anything like that. Articulation has nothing to do with that. Either we're going to have those rights because we pressure for them, or we're not going to because we haven't done enough, or we're not responsive enough, or there's just not enough of us backing it up. That's it. Everything is objective. It's black and white. I know you've been taught otherwise. I know you've been taught to think everything is subjective, but yet you don't think it's subjective your life. You don't think it's subjective the bullshit you gotta go through. And you don't think it's subjective my negativity. Oh, then you find time for black and white morality when it comes to judging this motherfucker right here. But you don't want to think life is black and white. It is. You just have to see it. If you don't see it, you're blind. Only the blind don't see the world in black and white. So, that's all I have to say.